Now today, Sofi Technologies stock is down over 2%, which when looking in the previous 5 days, you'll notice that now this stock, it has fell by almost 16%. Now this, to some of the investors, like I always say, it's causing some panic. I mean, I've already received some people asking as to what's wrong with this Sofi Technology stock. Why is it dropping quite sharply? Well, on today's video, guys, will be covering just that. I mean, the previous time, I think a day or two ago, we were talking about this stock. As if you remember that video, I had indicated that investors or Sofi investors needs to take note of the 1st of May 2022. Well, it appears that that date, or the thing that we're expecting to happen around that day, happened actually just 2 days ago on Wednesday. But before we dig deep into what happened this Wednesday, well, please note that this video is just for entertainment purposes and you should not take it as a professional financial advice video. Otherwise, if you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do by now. Now, please do me a favor, or I will really appreciate if you can just hit that likes button, as it helps with YouTube's algorithm. So what really happened now? Back into our topic. What happened is that the President Biden of the US came out and extended the student repayment holds. Now, you remember that this is something that, of course, like I said, we've already discussed in broad on this channel as to what happened. But for the benefit of those who have not been watching my previous videos, well, back in early 2020, the student loan repayments were put into hold, and now this has been happening. Or those that were supposed to repay student loans, they've not been, or they've been exempted by the US not to do so from, I think, around May of 2020 till to date. They have not been paying their student loans. Now, this is one of the main things that is hurting some of the private lenders, including Sofi Technologies. I mean, already I've told you that by this student hold, Sofi already for this Q1 of 2022, they anticipate to lose revenues of between $20 to $25 million. But the good thing about Sofi Technologies, something that is making them to thrive, is because they don't only do, or they don't only focus on student loans. There are other wide range of things that they are able to do which can generate money, especially that now you remember that Sofi Technologies, it has a license to operate as a bank. Since early this year, they finally got their banking charter. So Sofi Technologies, still with this student loan hold or pause, they were still able to generate around or approximately $1 billion of total revenue in the year 2021. This is just something that I should show you that Sofi Technologies, regardless of this student loan repayment holds, they are still doing very well. They are still doing quite good. And though I know to some other Sofi investors, of course, we, including myself, we were waiting for, or we thought the government or the Biden administration will come and announce to us and say that they are lifting up these student loan repayment holds, of which the president himself came out and said that, you know what, we are extending these until September, because according to him, he believed that the economy is not yet at that state where they can lift off this student loan repayment. He said that restarting this loan repayment can cripple the financial stability of America. So, which is why he pushed it a bit forward to September, which is something that, of course, to some others, those that especially have debts, they are quite relieved. Now, it is said that educational debt in the US is around $1.7 trillion, and throughout this whole process, or throughout this whole duration where these student loan repayments were put to a pause or to a halt, these consumers who are owing this debt have saved altogether around $200 billion. I mean, with just this almost 3 years, these borrowers have saved almost $200 billion. This just has to show you of how big this is. Now, of course, it's not all of the people or consumers who have not been paying these loan repayments or student loan repayments, but it appears that 1% of the people that owned this student loan debt, or that had this student loan debt, they've been paying back, which unfortunately 1% can really help companies like Sofi, because it's like a little drop in an ocean. So this, like I said, it is going to affect, or it affects companies or private lenders, including Sofi, for a short term. These are short-term headwinds, and I definitely believe that After these student loan repayments resume, companies or private lenders, including Sofi, are still going to continue to generate some good revenues. And of course, this, when looking at a company like Sofi that is already reporting some good revenues, it is going to add more to the good revenues that they are reporting, which is something that I think, to an investor like myself, it just makes me to want to load the boat, of which I did today. As in the screen, you'll notice that now I just shared on some of my social media that now my average purchase share price of Sofi is below $10 per stock. Now, this is a stock that if it continues to trade this low, I'm going to continue loading the boat, because this is a stock which is just set to do very well. This is a stock that I believe that its fundamentals and its future prospects are the ones that I think as an investor are to motivate to. Yes, I know that of course there are some competitors out there, but when I sort of like look at the kind of consumer so far it is bringing quarter per quarter. I mean, in the Q4, you remember that they brought, or new membership grew by over 523,000, which is something that is truly amazing, and just has to show you the massive growth that is coming into Sofi. I mean, already this quarter, Sofi is anticipating to pass the 4 million membership mark, which is something that will again going to make this Sofi stock to continue doing so great when looking at the revenue they generate, because like I said, in Sofi platform there is a wide range of services that you can do within their platform. Investors can save, borrow, invest, and trade, which is something that is truly amazing and something that you would not find in many of the traditional banks that are out there. So I still remain very bullish on Sofi Technologies, and this is a stock that, like I said, should it continue trading this low, I'm still going to continue loading the board, because I believe in the future prospects that lies within this Sofi Technology stock. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that likes button, comment, and probably subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, guys, you already know that before you load the boat or before you add Sofi Technologies for the very first time into your portfolio, please do make sure that you do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable when you are investing into this stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.